All right, here is this little cute baby girl again. We still haven't come up with a name for her, so you all can help me with that. Um, in another video, I showed how to burp the baby in a sitting position, which we're not going to do right now. Well, I guess maybe I can review it. Remember I said hold her by support her head by her jaw. You don't want to put your hand on her neck. You don't want to be doing this. You're going to do something like this, okay? And put her in a sitting position. Now, preferably she's not going to be swaddled when you're doing this because you want to be able to massage. And you see how firmly I'm massaging her back? We're going to get the rib cages and really give her a massage. Now, I tell people to do this, and then I see my parents just doing this kind of stuff. That's not a massage. That's petting and caressing. I'm talking this kind of a massage. If there is a burp to be had, I guarantee you, your baby is going to burp just by doing this, okay? Now, there is another way to burp the baby, though, and babies like to be held in an upright position, and they like to be held tummy to tummy. You see what this is? Tummy to tummy, so that they've got some firmness again on their tummy. If you have a gassy tummy, it really helps to feel that firmness on you. And plus, they always remember I said that they're in transition right now. They're transitioning from being inside the womb, which was a really snug, warm, tight spot. And babies don't like to be feeling like they're loose. That's why we swaddle firmly so that they feel like they're back in that womb. But what you can do, and I recommend that you do this anyway after, let's say after the baby has been fed. We want to keep the baby in an upright position for as long as possible, as long as mom or dad can stay awake and hold the baby for a while. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, that would be great because that helps the baby to start digesting that milk and not spit it up when the baby is laid down. Anyone who is laid down flat like this, I wouldn't want to be laid down flat like that if I was going to throw up. This baby cannot get herself up by herself, so if she's laying flat and she throws up, it's all going to be in her throat. And we'll get to that in another video, or maybe even in this one, who knows. But, so I recommend that you hold her in an upright position against your chest, not laying like this. When I say people hold her against your chest, I'm not talking about this, I'm talking about upright, okay? And now, what I do, because she is swaddled, and we want her to be swaddled at this point, especially if you want to be able to lay her down when she gets to be happy. You're going to put your hands on her feet so that when she wants to kick, she has some resistance. She wants to feel some resistance so she can kick against something. So I'm holding her firmly. She's not going to come out of my arms. And I'm using my hand now to give, and my elbow is locked. See how my elbow is just tucked in? I don't want to use my whole arm when I'm burping the baby. I want to tuck my elbow and just use my wrist, okay? So I'm going to give her firm, rhythmic pats. Babies like rhythm, and it needs to be firm. It's just, we've heard the old adage, I guess you could say, of a ketchup bottle. If you're trying to get ketchup out of a bottle, you got to use firm rhythm. You don't want to just do it once in a while, because if there's an air bubble coming up, and you don't keep your rhythm up, guess what it's going to do? It's going to float back down. So you got to stay on it, okay? Firm and rhythmic. And you will find that if you hold your baby with some snugness and you do this firm rhythmic patting, she's going to start getting quiet. She's going to start being happy. And like I said, if there's a burp to be had, it will come. But she'll also just become, even if she doesn't have to burp, this is a good thing to do because babies like rhythm. And pretty soon she's going to be asleep and happy. And then you can even start gradually slowing down when you're doing this to kind of help her to go to sleep. You can slow down, and then pretty soon you can stop that pat. And she's asleep. And then you can carefully put her down. Take her, holding her by the head, holding her by the feet now. I'm going to set her in the bed. And when she's asleep now, because she's swaddled, she's not going to have that flight reflex, which wakes her up. And she will stay sleeping unless she gets hungry, or unless she needs to burp or has gas, or unless, well, that would be the only unless, because she's already swaddled. Babies only cry at this age, only cry for 3 reasons. They're either hungry, or they need to burp or toot, or they need to be swaddled. So if you have a baby that's fussing, first you're gonna try feeding. If you can't get her to feed, try burping. Swaddle first though. That way you can lay her down when she gets happy. Okay? Now if she's in the bed and you know you've fed her and you know there's no possible way she could be hungry, make sure she's swaddled. Then pick her up, give her some burps. She may burp, she may not, but at least you'll get her calm, and then you can lay her back down. Okay? Now I said babies only cry for 3 reasons. Those are the 3, but I want to say with the exception of she's going to cry if you change her diaper, if you change her clothes, if she's laying next to mom or dad and she's all snuggled up and you pick her up to put her in the bed, she's going to cry. Because that's her language, and she doesn't understand why you're moving her. She doesn't understand why you're changing her diaper. Even if you give her a bath or whatever, she's not going to understand any of that. So she's going to cry when you're doing those kinds of things. But she'll get happy as soon as you get her back into this position. Okay? So I hope that helps you, and we'll move on to the next video.